My fiance and I went to a car boot sale a week ago. My 3-year-old daughter has been obsessed with this porcelain doll me and my fiance bought her. It was okay to begin with. The doll was dressed in a pretty pink and white dress with deep, round, curly hair and a bonnet on her head. As soon as my daughter saw it, she fell in love. We bought her for only 10p, which was a strangely low price for such a beautiful doll. And ever since, they've been inseparable. After we had her for only one day, strange things had started to happen, like things going missing and objects randomly moving, but it was always something we could play off as something else. Me and my fiance had only recently gotten engaged, just 6 months before our baby's 3rd birthday. I've always been a believer of the paranormal, yet my fiance has always been skeptical. However, after this, I think his eyes are definitely more open. After dealing with random, misplaced objects and occasional weird events over the past few days, I knew exactly what we were going to deal with, as I've experienced this kind of thing. Although my fiance would consistently try and find excuses for it, I had become so paranoid I was checking the baby cam multiple times every night. I had saged the whole house and did as many things as I could to protect the house and my baby girl from this evil entity, whatever it was. Simply enough, everyone around me had suggested therapy for how erratic I was acting, and expressed how worried they were for my well-being, considering I had struggled a lot in my past due to my mental health. Honestly, I have felt so crazy and no one has believed a word I said. But I swear I'm hearing things in the night, like scratching on my daughter's wall, which is connected to our bedroom. I've heard disembodied voices and I'm almost sure I've seen a figure at the foot of my bed in the middle of the night. My fiance is adamant that it's just my lack of sleep. Today I was on my way to work. I had to put the doll down on the shelf in my daughter's room, rained of salt and held up by a sturdy bracket. As before, the shelf had completely collapsed on its own for no reason at all. I had to suddenly put my foot down and relinquish talking about another bite of my sandwich as the traffic all of a sudden came to a halt. There had been some sort of accident making me late yet again to work for something that wasn't my fault. I slowly got tired of everything going wrong and everyone not seeing the problem for what it was. My fiance started limiting what I could spend my money on because he said it was becoming out of control. So I had to sneakily loot shops of their saging crystals so that I could sleep at night. I wanted to keep my daughter safe, even though no one else believes what was going on. Through his month now, I've been trying to get my fiance to understand my feelings and my stress, but he's become more and more distant, and I'm scared that I'm slowly losing him. We constantly get into fights whenever I bring up the subject, and I really think it's eating into the marriage we haven't even had yet. I'd worry this doll is jeopardizing fundamentals of our relationship, and all I can do is sit back and watch. My fiance doesn't believe me, my parents, my brother, everyone. They aren't here to see what actually happens. I'm so scared and so alone. I just want to protect my baby girl, and I have nothing but these few people on the internet that probably won't even see this. And even if they do, how do I know that anyone will believe this? I probably wouldn't. Nobody does until the same thing happens to them. And why would they believe some psycho?